And my name is Dillon Warnek, and we're here at the 5 Spot in East Nashville, my home. And it's been a weird year, but it sure feels good to be here at the 5 Spot. Almost feels normal for a second. I mean, there's nobody in the room, so that's normal. Playing music. This next song, these are all songs I've written. I got a record coming out, and this is a song. I'm a big golfer. I'm a big fan of golf and golf history, and this is a song about a guy not a lot of people know about. His name is Titanic Thompson, and he was a hustler back when that was a job, and he did it all through the 30s and 40s and 50s, and there's all these legendary tales about him, and as a songwriter, you know, all the low-hanging fruit's been taken, and the fact that nobody had written a song about this Titanic Thompson fella, it was just, it's really lucky that nobody got to it, and so I was glad to be the first one to screw it up. So this is a song called Titanic Thompson. They called him Titanic 'cause he could sink anybody. Made his living off of gambling and potting fools from their money. And he traveled around the countries during the time of Prohibition. He had a trunk full of guns, cash and propositions. And his favorite hustle, when he'd find somebody willing, so he could bet he could throw an acorn over a 5-story building. And even Shoeless Joe couldn't do that, so the wager would be set. But little did they know, he filled that acorn full of lead. Never lay your money down if you're not sure that you win. And if you don't know who the sucker is, our buddy, you're probably him. But I bet you there'll never be anyone again like Titanic Thompson. And don't go thinking it was just tricks that would earn the man his pay. You can find him on the golf course, and well, he can flat out play. They'll be down in Dallas, all the old timers will tell. He'd be wagering the oil men, and he'd be winning oil wells. And every once in a while, someone would ask him, "Hey Ty, why don't you just turn pro?" And he'd just laugh and say, "Oh, well, I can't afford the pay cut, you know." And he even dueled Byron Nelson once neath that hot Texas sun. And when the match was over, Ty'd beaten him by 1. Never lay your money down if you're not sure that you win. If you don't know who the sucker is, our buddy, you're probably him. But I bet you there'll never be anyone again like Titanic Thompson. And it wasn't just the oil men Ty couldn't leave alone. He won $1 million off Arnold Rothstein and another off Al Capone. But they took it like gentlemen, though, which was probably for the best. So 5 times Ty'd been held up, and he sent 5 men to their death. And speaking of 5, he had 5 wives over the course of his career. But he was never much for staying at home, and 5 times he disappeared. Every one of them ladies loved him, though, and they'd be the first to say they never wanted for a single thing till his dying day. And when his dying day did come, it didn't make the news. Gamblers don't get parades. I wager that much is true. But still when he died it was felled by a certain kind of man. The ones with clubs, dice and cards and pool keys in their hands. Never lay your money down if you're not sure that you win. If you don't know who the sucker is, oh buddy, you're probably him. But I bet you there'll never be anyone again like Titanic Thompson. This is actually a crowded room I'm playing for. It's just I'm playing for 45 mimes, and they're going wild. Sitting in a cell in El Paso, drunk in Tijuana streets, flat broke, hitching through Nevada, with nothing but the shoes on my feet. And there always seems to be a woman, and there always seems to be a fight, and it always seems like I'm leaving when I've only just arrived. No, and even when I don't know where I'm going, trouble seems to know just where I'll be. Yeah, mama always wanted the best for her baby, but life got the best of me. And I spent a little time in the oil fields, working till my back was sore and stiff. And I spent a little time driving big trucks, wishing I could drive one off a cliff. Well, never have I been too much for working, never could I make a job last. And I've never had a boss not have it coming when I knock him flat on his ass. No, and even when I don't know where I'm going, trouble seems to know just where I'll be. Yeah, mama always wanted the best for her baby, but life got the best of me. I could go somewhere big like New York City, or a little town that doesn't have a name. In the end, what's one more weary wander, standing strung out in the rain. And oh, and even when I don't know where I'm going, trouble seems to know just where I'll be. Yeah, mama always wanted the best for her baby, but life got the best of me. Yeah, mama always wanted the best for her baby, but life got the best of me. We got one of these mime. This is the worst mime in the room. He was miming clapping. He actually clapped. But she's probably picking flowers in some with the sunshine tangled in her hair. It's been so long now since I've seen her, but when I close my eyes I can see her there. And here I am again in the barroom, ordering another glass of beer. But she's probably picking flowers in some meadow, so I don't know why I'm looking for her here. I bet if you should see her, you would never know where a heart as free as hers once belonged. I bet if you should see her, maybe look a moment longer and know that is the woman that I loved. And she's probably on a blanket by the ocean in Italy and maybe Spain, watching the ships on the horizon, waving at them as they sail away. And here I am again on the highway, as another town it fades from my mirrors. Well, she's probably on a blanket by the ocean, so I don't know why I'm looking for her here. I bet if you should see her, you would never know where a heart as free as hers once belonged. I bet if you should see her, maybe look a moment longer and know that is the woman I once loved. All right, we got a good thing going, so why don't we screw it up by moving over to the piano. Just like to complain. Me, I mostly just keep my head down, try and pass the time away. And I still see all the angles. These days I just let them go. Might have finally learned my lesson. Maybe I'm just getting old. Tell Dad I ain't angry that he didn't pay my bail. And Mom, I can't wait to show you how I've changed as soon as they let me out of jail. And you know I've been clean since the day they brought me here. Junk out of my system, I'm finally thinking clear. I'm so goddamn crazy, it's a wonder I ain't dead. And I think of everyone I ripped off, sometimes I wish I was instead. I guess when Marie left me, everything went off the rails. But Mama, I can't wait to show you how I've changed as soon as they let me out of jail. thinking about my future, 'cause the future's all I got. Buddy of mine works in a factory, thinks he can give me a job, and he says it doesn't pay much, but really I don't mind. It's gonna be a fresh start. Hey, I think it's gonna stick this time. And I don't know when you get this, it depends on the man. I can't wait to show you how I've changed as soon as they let me out of jail. Mama, I can't wait to show you how I've changed as soon as they let me out of jail. This next tune I wrote just for this gig, because you know, I'm only in music for the money, so anytime I hear a nice corporate gig is coming up, I hear the sweetest music of all, which is dollar signs. And so this is a I'm kidding. No, my friend Eric Monahan is the one who put this together. I'll get into all that later. Probably just got fired, but this is called Other People's Money. Well, I rolled up on my baby's house. I was feeling mighty swell. I said, baby, get your dancing shoes and tell your dad he can go to hell. She said, baby, where are we going? I said, we're going to paint the town. She said, baby, we can't afford it. I said, come on, I ain't messing around. We're spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Ain't it funny? Ain't it? And the first stop was the department store. We bought ourselves some clothes. And the lady, she rang us up, and I just pulled out my robe. We tipped the valet at the ballet, the maitre d' and the maitre d'. We tipped the dancers and the janders, and check your pockets, cause I might have tipped you. Spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Ain't it funny? Ain't it? And we ordered steak and lobster. We were sure to eat our fill. And I lit myself a cigar with $100 bill. And I put it out in my champagne. I said, baby, it's time to leave. She said, baby, ain't you been drinking? I said, come on, now you're messing with me. We're spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Spending other people's money. Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? Ain't it other people's money? I put the pedal to the metal. Leaned over for a kiss. Must not have been watching, cause I drove us off a cliff. We're spending other people's money. 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 Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? Ain't it other people's money? I used to live in Washington State. I grew up there. And my dear friend Eric Monahan hit me up kind of out of the blue. We hadn't talked in a while. I think the last time we'd played golf at Sahali. It was the last time we had spoken. And he hit me up, and I went, uh-oh, I probably still owe him money, because he beat me that day. Because Sahali is not my type of course. But I digress. So I lived in Washington State. We went to high school together, and he's a stand-up fella, and he put together this night with the help of his team and all the folks he works with, and everybody jumped on board, and I can't thank them all enough. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. After high school, I moved to Redmond, Washington. You guys probably know it. And I lived on 116th Avenue off of Avondale. And it was all development, except for this one house that had a pasture and a barn. And my parents, being who they were, they said, well, we got a pasture and a barn, let's get some horses. It was the worst decision we ever made. And that's kind of what this is about. The goddamn name of the horse was Freedom. And once or twice a week, this hell beast would sneak through the fence and go gallivanting off into town. I'd be sleeping peacefully, and the doorbell would ring, and there'd be some Johnny Law standing there like a hammer looking for a nail, and he'd say, sir, is that your horse running all around raising hell? To which I would concede back to him that it was certainly a possibility. But the thing is, well, he knew it, and I knew it, that we were the only people with horses in the area, so who the hell else's horse would it have been? But also, who the hell says I have to do his job for? It's America. It could be anybody's horse. But when you get down to it, it was my horse. So now I'd be out there in my underwear and having to wrangle this goddamn Palomino named Freedom as he ran through the city outskirts in the moonlight with cars honking at him, and every time I'd think, oh hell, what side am I on here? I mean, it's a real moment in your life when you're running down the road yelling freedom, get back here. It's a crisis of conscience. And if I'm being completely honest with you people, there are still times to this day that I wish I would have just said to hell with it and took off running with him. Then the cops would have had to go back to the house and knock on the door, and my ex would answer, and they'd have to send her out to wrangle Freedom and me. So we ran in the moonlight. I took an ass whooping. That ain't saying much. I can't take my medicine, but I can take the punch. Now you're cleaning me up as I'm bleeding on your rug. And it's the same old story again. I show up out of nowhere, and you don't ask me why I came. You just kiss every bruise. I refuse to explain. Don't think any less of me if it seems like I have less. Some I freely give, and I pissed away the rest. And I've been living life, and my luck is to the test. But by the looks of me, I guess you might have guessed. And I've so much to tell you. I've seen so many things. I saw courage in coffee cups. I saw time in onion rings. I got my palm read by a waitress. She said we'd met once in one of our dreams. And so many fortunes I gave them my demands. Oh, and they've hailed me as a hero, and they've hunted me through many, many lands. And I know your husband, he's asleep, and I know you need your rest. I see the dishes in your sink, I see the baby at your breast. Oh, and suddenly I feel sheepish, I can see you're not impressed. By the looks of me, I guess I might have guessed. Be gone, for the children have awoke. They shouldn't see me like this, or even know we spoke. And I won't leave anything behind, for these promises I broke. They'll be too heavy to take with me when I go. You know, I wasn't gonna do this song. It's a brand new song. This next song is a brand new song I wrote. I wasn't gonna do it. You guys will be the first people other than my girlfriend to ever hear it. So let's see how it goes, and then I'll get back up on guitar here, and we'll close out the night. I was a cowboy when the Indians they attacked. I grew up and learned there's a lot there to unpack. So I laid down my guns. I vowed to never fight again until I could know who was my foe and who was my friend. Being born in 90, I was 11 for 9/11. Man, those towers, they fell like they fell from hell. And speaking of heaven, that's where the killers think they are, shouting Allahu Akbar. Time went on. I mean, hell, I was just a kid. My parents always wanted to build themselves a house, and that's exactly what they did. It was sweat and blood. My father worked himself near to death, with a smile on his face when we moved in. That's what I'll never forget. But then my mom got fired, and my sister had a baby unplanned. They took the house from us. Every day my dad struggled. Ah, but man, what a man. And far away on Wall Street, people gathered by the score, said we ain't gonna take it no more, right before they took it some more. I live far away, and I do my best to keep in touch. I talk to my sister any chance I get. She thinks I'm worrying too much, but my baby and I, planning a trip there soon. Her work's been crazy, but we've been saving money. Yeah, we're thinking maybe June. And I feel as lucky as anybody could. Try not to think too much about it. I'm just grateful things are good. And some nights when I'm sleeping, I dream such awful things and tell my baby how real they seem. And she tells me they're only dreams. I got a new record coming out on the 26th, March 26th. And my dear friend Margot Price and her band, they all played on it. I had a lot of support, a lot of good people in my corner, and I'm really excited. A lot of songs you heard tonight are on it, and others are on an EP I released. And some of them, yeah, like that last one are new. I wasn't really planning on playing you guys any new songs, but why not? This is the first single of my record, was a song called Good Man, and I'll play it for you now. Well, if I die tonight, that's alright. The Lord says you're through. I got some final wishes for you, call my missus. There's a couple things I need you to do. Get all these ladies out of here. Clean up all these drinks. And prop my body in the kitchen. Make it look like I was fixing the sink. And people may think it's crazy, but my buddies all understand. Fix it up right and make it look just like I died a good man. There's $27 in my wallet. It's just about all I have. Take it to Trina at the local. See if it'll pay my tab. What did I say? And comb my hair up respectable. Put me in a brand new shirt. Don't even know my songs. And tell my boss I died yesterday. That's why today I didn't come into work. And people may think it's crazy, but my buddies all understand. Fix it up right and make it look just like I died a good man. Good man, y'all. Take the whiskey out of my glove box. Take the pistol out from under the seat. Take the cocaine out of my pocket. Well, have yourself a bump on me. And tell my wife I love her. My last words were she was the one. And throw me 5 different funerals so all of my girlfriends can come. People may think it's crazy, but my buddies all understand. Fix it up right and make it look just like I died a good man. Fix it up right and make it look just like I died a good man. All right, this is gonna be the last song of the night here. I want to thank Eric Monahan, everybody at U.S.I. for putting this together. I want to thank the 5 Spot staff. And I want to thank everybody who's listening. That isn't tuning up for me. This is a tune called Tomorrow When You Wake Up, I'll Be Gone. I've been keeping on the back road, covering the trail. I made it this far without ending up dead or in jail. Maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe it's a fluke. I carry 2 pistols, but keep forgetting which one of them shoots. Been living on the edge, all my nerves afraid. Pour me a drink, baby, and draw the shades. And I wanna tell you that I love you. I know it would be wrong. Tomorrow, when you wake up, I'll be gone. Tomorrow, when you wake up, I'll be gone. And I got scars from Pocatello. My belt's covered in rust. My boots are dirty from the Missouri dust. And I've frozen in the snow. I've burned in the heat. And I've been struck by lightning. I've been blinded in the sleet. I whistle with the wind and cry with the rain and spit in the eye of the hurricane. But come closer to me, babe. You just keep me calm. Tomorrow, when you wake up, I'll be gone. Tomorrow, when you wake up, I'll be gone. And don't send me any letters. I can't tell you where I'll be. I move one step faster than the speed of memory. I'll never you just shoot me dead. Will it be more than I deserve? The way everyone around me always seems to end up hurt. And I trampled all the flowers just getting to your door. And tonight I'll call a name that isn't yours. And I wish I could explain it, but it would take too long. Tomorrow, when you wake up, I'll be gone. Tomorrow, when you wake up, I'll be gone. And all my time is stolen. And I gambled with every breath. I cheated my whole life. Now I'm cheating death. And the shadows have me jumpy. I've been seeing ghosts. There's footsteps in the distance. I hear them getting close. Well, don't give me a locket. I don't trust my mind. I will forget you 1,000 times. But I promise I'll remember when that final card is drawn. Tomorrow, when you wake up, I'll be gone. Tomorrow, when you wake up. Thank you all very much for listening. It's been a pleasure to play for you. Have a good night.